Hello everyone, it's Bubbles from Venom Fluid Art. Hope you're enjoying the amazing Fluid Art Express today with all our amazing artists and what they have to offer you each week. So I hope you just watch ShanB, my favourite artist, one of my very favourite artists in this world. Isn't she cool? I hope you subscribe to her channel. If you haven't, head over there, hit that button. So this one today, I want to do a very big shout out to a dear friend of mine. His name is Tim Estes, and I hope I've got that surname right, Tim. I've tried very hard. But Tim reached out to me in our Facebook group, Paint Pouring by Venom Fluid Art, and he'd seen one of my reels that I did on a bloom and wanted to know how I got the colours to go the way I did on that bloom. So I figured for Tim, he is such an inspiration to me every day. You are an amazing man. So I thought today, instead of telling you how I did it, I'd show you. So what we're going to do, we're going to head on over to the paint table, Tim. And this one's for you, my friend. I hope you enjoy. Alrighty, now that we've put my head away, lucky for you, right? We're going to go on to doing a little bit of painting. So I've got some really cool colours I'm going to play with today. So I've got an eye candy, which is Nikon in that gorgeous blue. Look, extreme close up. We love it. Then we have rainbow blue. I'll take the lids off because actually then you can see the colour. Helps, doesn't it? Now this one of my very favourite eye candies, and I suggest anyone buying pigments, get one. They are just, this one is all too cool. Now you sort of look at it there, don't you, and you go, good on you, Bubbles, that's great. But when you see what that little tricky colour does to other colours, it's just super cool. And now this one is penny copper. And this is also my new go-to. I used to be really huge for Pearlex. I used to call it dirty copper. It was actually Nox, but new one. Very cool colour. Alright, then I have custom made lemon by the Wombat himself. Now isn't that divine? Gorgeous. So that's going to give us some highlights. And of course, it would not be this colour palette wouldn't work its magic for me without the King Gold. Love King Gold. Ever since we got our hands on King Gold, I'm just sprinkling that everywhere. It's in CAs, it's in blooms, it's everywhere. So I've also got a custom, this is a Matisse colour. It's a Southern Ocean Blue being tweaked. Wombat actually does me, aka Venom, 3 shades of this colour. And they're all just super cool. So whenever I do a bloom, like a Shelly Art bloom, it's just my thing. I like to have a tube paint in it. You don't have to, but for me, I just think it works. Now this colour gets me every time. I was on a roll then. I was going for gold, had everything organised.
Do it all.
Thought I was going to just go, ha ha, wow, Bubbles is getting technical. And it stopped right there. So, while my guru... Nebula?
Nebula green.
Nebula green. So, really cool eye candy green, that. Absolutely gorgeous for all you green lovers out there. So, and when you put that with some of these eye candy blues, it just does these really cool things in the highlights of the cells. And I think it's just, it's gorgeous. And then I have this one, which I've put paint all over the lid. So, really cool eye candy colour. Another one again. And if you want to know the name of that one, just write colour in my comments and I'll let you know.
What did it say on the lid?
Well, it looked like a Lara.
A
That's what I got out of that, so that's why I went, not quite too sure. Well, alrighty, now we have all our colours going on. What we're going to do first is we're actually going to lay a gold CA swipe down using some King Gold in the CA, which is really cool. Now, I've got to put a big shout out to this one because Where I actually got the idea from was on the Fluid Art Express by ShanB. She is an amazing artist, and I seen her a few weeks ago. She laid down this, just a CA swipe, and then after she spun that a bit, then she did her bloom in the centre, and it was really crazy cool. And I see a few people put a few comments and different things out on Facebook lately, and saying that, you know, people shouldn't be expected to get recognition. Well, no. What I think is, if you're giving a shout out to another artist, it's a thank you. Thank you for all your efforts, because people put so much time and effort into developing different colours, different styles, different techniques, and, you know, it takes them hours. And then we watch a video and it inspires us or teaches us something new. So I think by just, you know, shouting out a name, it gives them that appreciation. Because would you have really tried it if you hadn't have seen that person do it? And I think it's just nice for artists to support other artists by giving them a mention. Let people know where you learn it from, where you got the idea. And it spreads the love around the art world, because think about it. You've all learnt something from someone else. And I think it's just a really great thing to do is give that person a shout out, because it makes them feel cool too, because their ideas now giving you a new idea, and that's something to be appreciative of, because, you know, like with different pouring mediums for your colours and that, we didn't have to put the hours into it. We just went, hey, that's how he does it or she does it. I'm going to try it. So a little bit of appreciation, I think, goes a long way. And it just keeps a lot of positivity in the community too, which, you know, in our paint pouring community, that's what it should be all about. Lighting the world up with colour, one by one. And if we get some zingers, we all be doing a little bit of happy dancing in between as well, right? And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about to us at Venom, the Fluid Art Express, all our beautiful art family here. Just taking the time every week, put our videos together, have some fun, and we just hope you enjoy them as much as we enjoy doing them for you, because it's a pretty cool express ride, huh? Alright, so that's what we're going to do just for that. Do our 2 gold CA swipes. And I'll put that swipe tool away now. Now what we're going to do is concentrate on our bloom. Alright. Geez, I get messy. Seriously. I really don't know how I do it. I'm going to start with our blue first. So this one, I think because with the bloom I'm going to use a black CA. So I'm going to put my darkest colours down first, because realistically if you put your darker colours on last when you're using a black CA, if you're only using the black CA, these colours to me personally don't pop as much if you use black, because of how dark they are. So that's why I'm going to use them just for some different shades and effects on the bottom of the bloom. So that's why I'm putting the darker ones down first. I think everyone has their own way of doing things, and like really that's just, it's cool. I see so many blooms out there and different effects, and sometimes it just all comes down to the different ways that you lay your colour. And get some really cool effects. It's all trial and error. And in the end, you always find that one that just colour palette that works for you. So let's lay a bit of that one down. That's such a beautiful colour. The eye candies are the blues. Oh, yeah. They rock my world. So now, think we're going to get that Miss Divine Cherry Red out. And we're going to add a bit of that. In a gorgeous colour. Honestly, give it a go. If you can, like, even if you can't afford much, grab a little sample pack just to have a try. Because really, what this one does to, like, it's not the colour itself. I could look at it and go, wow. It's once you put it in with other colours and you see what it does to them, it's just crazy cool. Rocks my world. Nearly as much as this divine little angel. The rainbow blue. That's heaven on a stick right now. Really, really stunner. Just a stunner. Alright. So, we've used those ones. I think we'll rock a bit of our penny copper now. This is such a cool colour. This is another one that I use just to see what it does with other colours as well. With the Senshi red, oh yeah. It's very cool. Very cool indeed. Now we're going to rock a bit of this. Oh, I've definitely put this spinner off again. No one telling. I wish I'd stop doing these things while I'm on camera, I tell you. Gets me busted every time. I have to learn to be graceful with the spinner. It's more fun to go fast. That's my problem. Now, I don't want to use all that yet because I need a little bit for backup in a minute. Get some of this gorgeous lemon happening. There we go. Now what I think we need is a bit of our tube paint. Getting closer to the top. So, what I was going to say, Tim, hopefully you're watching, mister. If not, I'll find you. Make sure you do. So, now I've got the tube paint. I'm putting that near the top. I like that within the top 3 colours. I just find it works best for me when doing a bloom. I like how it, to me it's like a bit of a glue that holds them cells true. Now, others may not agree. Each to their own. I've just found that that's what seems to work for me if I've at least got one tube paint in the mix. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've done it where it's just been just pigments, and that works fantastic as well. But probably with how vigorous I like to reef on that spinner, I need a little bit of glue to keep it together. Haven't learned to be gentle yet. It's a work in progress. So the other thing you did mention, Tim, when we did when I did that post, or that reel, the different shades. So what I did, I went back and forth between these 2 colours for the last bit. I'm really scraping the barrel. I should have got another one made up before I did this, but we're going to have just enough. Hopefully. Always gets thicker as you get to the bottom of the jar in this house. That's okay. We're working it. There we go. That looks like a good blob to me, and that one's in the bin. Now what we want to do is a little touch more of that Matisse Southern Ocean Blue just to this bit here. So that way, those last 3 colours blend really beautiful together. We'll see if I'm right in a minute. Could be wrong. I'm not always right. Happy to admit it. So the last colour I'm going to use is my Kin Gold. Excuse me. And what we're going to do is just add just a little bit. Now, the reason I only want to just add a little bit is because I want the last colour to react with my CA. But I don't want it to overtake everything. So, that's just for highlights. And hopefully, fingers crossed, she goes to plan. So we're going to grab out our skewer. And just pop some of those. Now, we'll check George is revved up and ready to go. Haha, there he is. Good man. Alright, let's blow out a balloon. Now, if I was going to be doing this one by mouth, I reckon that would be my puddle. But, as Venom says, when you're using the mini blower, and it took me a while to get this around my head, you need to add more CA. You just do. Because it makes it better. Alright, here we go. Alright, now I'm going to sit with that for a minute. Oh, George, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. You alright, buddy? Oh, see? Such a little trooper. Like the Bubbles mini blower George. He is just like a little Tonka truck. Goes and goes. That happens weekly, by the way. Yeah, it does. Really does. Alright, so we've got, there's those effects you wanted to see, Tim. See how you got the blue highlights on the outside of the green? And you got the gold through the centre. And when we spin it, that gold will seep with the CA. Really cool effect. Venom taught me that one. Really awesome trick. So hopefully someone gives it a go. And it works well for you. Just gives it something different. So this is my new thing I'm doing at the moment. I'm going to call it tying up your shoelaces. Because you go from the left to the right and swoop down. Just a nice little cool effect there. Left, right, bring her up, swoop her down. Nice and easy. Anyone can go left, right, up, down. Cool little effect. So now let's have a play here. Just so we give it a little bit of feature. Yeah, it's one of my dad's favourite sayings. It's never going to get old with me. You know if he looks at your artwork and says to you, "Ah, that's got a bit of feature, Bloss." That's a good one. If he looks at it and goes, "Oh yeah, that's not too bad," you think, okay, back to the drawing board. Most honest person you'll ever meet in your life. Man's an absolute legend. Alright, I think we're looking pretty. Give you a bit of a close-up there. So we've got our CA background, but see how those colours blend? That was exactly, I'm hoping, you can tell me later in the comments, Tim, if that was what you wanted to see. So now we'll just spin her out gently at first, just to see what way she's going to go. Sometimes paint has a mind of its own. And that's okay. Sometimes we end up passengers. I'm going to open it up a bit. I want that gold C8 to really move on them edges. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So what I'll do... Hold up. Hey! One bubbles didn't break. Nothing is surviving victim. I sort of become bad girl Bubbles in the garage, I tell you, because I keep breaking all these different tools. I might roll with that new nickname. It's got a nice ring to it. Alright. There we go. I think that's going to do us, guys. We're going to pop her up. And let's have a look at her. But I hope you enjoyed that today, Tim, my friend. One of my great inspirations. You're amazing. And that one was for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. So what we'll do too, we'll do a close-up reel so you can have a good look at, because there's some really gorgeous blues and you can see exactly what that cherry red does. That's it, all through here. Changes the whole colour of everything. It's just really cool. So, up next on the Express today, we have the amazing Tony Pender, the hippy-dippy painter man, the amazing voice himself and my big brother. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, I want to know why. Him and his wife Kat are awesome. Go do it. You'll love them. Never regret it. Trust me. So, that is it for me this week. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I know I'll see you around, probably on the Student versus Teacher, or maybe one of our surprise Saturday night specials. Or otherwise, back on the Fluid Art Express. So until next time, guys, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a fantastic day.